been thinking about some stuff. It's kind of crazy what's going on. Last few weeks, been watching a lot of video, reading a lot of books, and I've noticed this. It's a trend. It's not a trend. It's been around for a long time. I shouldn't say it's a trend. And there is this problem that people have with money. I was watching this review, and the girl said, "No, I spent my own money. No one's paying for this, blah, blah, blah." And I was just like, what is this notion that anytime you do anything for money, there is something like wrong with it? I mean, seriously, I did a video, the socialist resellers of YouTube, and that people are just like losing their minds. It's like, you should take your knowledge that you spend a lot of money, time, and effort to develop, and you should just give it away for free. I was just amazed, and I started to explore that concept even more. And I was like, there's something deeper here. I'm missing something. And it hit me. Many people associate money with evil. Many people are ashamed of making a lot of money. C.K. Lewis took his own money, built a website, did a show, created a download button, and made a lot of money incredibly fast. And he was just like, he got weird about it. He took his own money, his own talent, his own platform. He paid for all of this out of pocket, and he profited from it tremendously. And it was just like, it's too much. I was just sitting there like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And then it hit me. He did what he did to make money in the first place, and I'm quite sure he was very happy with the results. But what I know about us carbon-based life forms is you have to feed people a narrative or you will be attacked. So he's playing the role of, I'm just like you, or that's too much money. So you don't get mad at him and resent him for having the money and come after him and continue to support him. Because I was looking at all these people. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and the guy was just like, just going on. And he said when he was a kid, he had envisioned stacks of money. Then he quickly clarified that I'm not some money-grubbing person. I was just like, what is going on? It's just people are ashamed of making money. It is crazy when you think about it at the core. If you're not lying to anyone, you're not stealing from anyone, and you make money, it's a wonderful thing. And it hit me. I never had money shame because I was poor. And I didn't digest a lot of the poverty, the nobility and poverty mindset. I just never adopted any of that stuff. To me, that stuff is just hysterically funny. And I realized that there are many people that have this thing in them. They'll say stuff like, well, I don't want to be rich. I just want to have enough to be comfortable. I just want enough to be comfortable. If you understand how your mind works, everything that you think, everything that you say, everything that you do has a consequence mentally. I've seen people feed this bullshit into their cortex, their cerebral cortex, day in and day out, and then wonder why they aren't doing better in life. Wonder why they don't have the money that they want. They can't do the things they want to do with their families. Because you're ashamed of money. Because you think that anyone that has a lot of money has done something wrong. And I don't want to be painted with that brush. No. I did a video, and a lot of people thought it was silly. What to do if you find a lot of money? I will tell you, there are people who buy storage auction units that will come across a lot of money. It is not a daily event, weekly event, monthly event, or yearly event. But trust me, it does happen. And the first thing that people want to do is turn the money in. Let's use some linear thinking to discuss that. You bought a unit, which means that whoever had it couldn't get it. You get the unit, then you find money. I've seen it in the comments for years. What if the person who lost the unit comes after you? Using linear thinking. If they could have saved that unit, they would have. Come after you? Apparently, this person is suffering some kind of dire consequences that they lost their unit in the first place. Death, incarceration, many, many different things. So the chances of them coming after you or looking you up and trying to come get that cash, slim to none. So these fears start to pop up from the subconscious. It's like, all these bad outcomes, and they are steeped in shame. So I'm telling you, there are people who bought units and found a lot of money. The smart ones kept their mouth shut and pretty much did what someone told me a few years ago was considered money laundering. Essentially, if you get a unit and you wash the money through your personal life, that's essentially money laundering. Like, say you buy a money order and you put it in your bank account, that's money laundering. It is. That's legally the definition. But these people nut up. They want to turn the money in. They're scared. Another example of this is when people win the lottery and they are fucking batshit scared. Calling attorneys, I can understand getting a financial planner if you don't know how to handle money, and an accountant to set some things up. That makes sense. Phone call. Hey, I won the lottery. Or you go to your circle of friends, or you find it. That doesn't take months. They are just, seriously, they're just like fucking batshit scared. And I've heard that, all these people are going to come out the woodwork. Okay. When they find out that you have the money, they're coming out the woodwork anyway. So it's fear and shame. It's been statistically proven that many people win the lottery after 5 years, unless they win one of these mega amounts that even if you're blowing money fast, you're just not going to go broke. Typically, 5 years, they're broke. They're trying to get rid of that money as fast as possible because they're ashamed of having it. Then there's another group of people that love money, recognize it to be the tool that it is, and they pass it generationally down. The kids get it, then the grandkids get it, and the money grows and the family does well. This group of people, and it's not a lot of people, they're running the world because they're not ashamed of money. They're not scared of money. They know money's a tool. It can facilitate many things. But average folk get a lot of money, and then I get what I call the ignorant apologist. Well, they don't know any better. I was a bum once in my life. I made a lot of bad decisions. I did a lot of wrong things. At some point, you have to stop fucking up to come up. At some point, you got to have an honest conversation with yourself and just like, I can't continue to do this shit and expect my life to get better. At no point in time has information been as free and all over the place as right now. You have a cell phone, you have your iPad, a laptop, a desktop. If you took an hour a day and just learned about money, because that impacts you. Money, the fact that the dollar is being devalued, the fact that gold goes up, because I was in one of my writing forums and I asked a simple question and people got snarky because it's like, I don't need to know the price, blah, blah. And the thing is, there are things that are impacting you that you don't even know about or care about, but you know whatever Kim's and Kanye's baby's name is. That shit has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. It'll have a lot to do with me on my other channel because it will be full of fuckery, and that to me comes under the title of fuckery. But seriously, it doesn't have anything to do with you, but you know more about shit that has nothing to do with you than the things that are currently eroding your financial power, taking money out of your pocket, and legislation on the local level, the state level, and the federal level that will impact you. Don't know about that. And let's delve deeper with this shame of money. Where does this come from? A lot of it, I'll tell you where my money ignorance came from. It came from my mom. She was not financially astute. It wasn't there. It wasn't in the cards. She did the best she could, but it just wasn't there. I had to learn and read and watch over other people to get my financial education. And the biggest thing that took it was starting a business, because, I mean, someone put up in the Hustler group about petty cash, because the way you set up your ledgers and accounting, cash can be a problem. It's a trip. Cash can be a problem if you don't track it right, and it can bite you in the ass. And that's why, I would pay for everything in a credit card if I could, because, you have your records and stuff, and you know where stuff goes. But cash? Oh, cash. Cash. I know some business owners who pretty much don't report all their cash because of the problems it causes. I know they're avoiding paying taxes, whatever. I'm like, that's their truck. They haul it. But essentially put, it's a trip when you start talking about cash money. It's a problem. And I'm going to give you a theory of mine. Just a theory. The powers that be have created that fear of cash. Because see, this is the thing. If you can get your hands on a lot of cash and you have a certain intellect, you become a very powerful person. You can flip $1 million cash into substantial assets in a decade if you know what you're doing. Seriously. Or sooner. You have people who are seduced by the stock market. Statistically, the average investor doesn't do that well, but it sounds good. I have a portfolio. I know quite a few people who are well off. They don't have any shit going on in the stock market. Nothing. Not a thing. I also know people who are well off. They have a lot of stuff going on in the stock market. But these are not average people. So understand, do you have money shame? Because if you have money shame, you will never, ever have a lot of money. It's just not going to happen. It's not coming in your life. You're just not going to get that. It's just not coming. You're not going to get that wealth. It's not coming because of money shame. And I look at people who are broke, are living in indigent circumstances. And when you start talking about money, it's like, the price of gold, wake me up when the Real Housewives of Atlanta come on. I mean, seriously. And recently I conducted an experiment on my personal Facebook page yesterday, because, just in prepping for the Fuckery channel. And of course I knew that the number of people that were going to look at the fuckery and comment and say stuff was going to be substantially higher than my business topics. What I didn't know was it was going to be like 100 times greater. I was just like, damn. But that's how people are wired. And no, that's not true. That's not true. People are conditioned for that type of response. Because in the Hustler Mindset Project, I tell people to do things to get them to think. Turn off the television. Turn off your phone. Log out of Facebook. And that was actually one thing, like log out of Facebook for 30 days. Facebook is, bar none, one of the biggest time sucks on the planet. It is. I actually, on occasion, like during the day, I will log, like on my phone, I don't even have the app turned on anymore. I have to go to my computer to see what's going on with Facebook. I don't have the app going on, because what happens is you develop a dependency and this response mechanism. You get a like or something on your Facebook page, or someone comments on something you put. You go to your phone and you immediately hit that. You know that produces a chemical response in your brain. And the more you do it, the more that chemical response happens. So you create an addiction to Facebook. You create an addiction to a thing that does not make you money, and actually could interfere with you making money. And I saw myself slipping into the abyss, and I was like, oh, we got to do something about this, because this is a problem. So I came up with my own social media policy. I do mostly Facebook and YouTube. I don't really mess with. I have a Twitter account. There's a lot of people following, and this YouTube channel is connected to the Twitter account, but I really don't put a lot of effort into Twitter. My thing is Facebook, Google Plus, and YouTube. That's it. Because you can get sucked into social media where you're not actually producing. I know guys who don't have email accounts. I know it cracks you up. Whenever I meet someone like that, they're just like, no, I don't do email. They think it's crazy. And this is the thing. I'm going somewhere with this. When you're doing these things and you're creating these patterns and these chemical responses, it is pulling you away from things you should be doing. Right now it is August and soon to be September. My YouTube views are going to go up like a hockey stick because the fall is coming. During the summer, people are out. They're enjoying the summer. They're on the lake and they're on the beach and they're doing all this stuff. But when they should be working, they will be on Facebook and they will be on YouTube. And that's why a lot of companies have a no Facebook, no YouTube, no internet policy, because they know that literally that employee that they're paying for 8 hours of work is only giving them 4.5 because the rest of the time is messing around on the internet. That is a huge loss. It is huge. So, do you have money shame? Do you feel that you're being pulled into the matrix? Because understand, a lot of this stuff's contrived. I'm telling you, I had a conversation. I don't watch a lot of television for a reason. It is anything that goes in will impact you. And if you watch the wrong stuff, just like if you eat the wrong stuff, you're going to have the same effect in your brain. And I look at a lot of what we're fed in the media, which creates a lot of money shame. It does create a lot of money shame because everybody that has a lot of money and made a lot of money is not an evil person or a bad person. And then to make it even more insidious, since having money is associated with being a Republican or a conservative GOP, then that's even another reason not to go out and develop yourself. Because it's like, I don't want to be a Republican. Someone in my family called me a conservative because I mentioned personal fucking responsibility. Yeah, thanks for your Republican sentiment. And I'm just sitting there like, you gots to be kidding me. You have totally got to be kidding me. And when you say things like that and do things like that, it will mess with your money shame. If you, seriously, you got to understand, there's a lot of guys that are really wealthy who are not smarter than you. But they don't have money shame. None. And you got to think about that. What's your money shame? Because I do remember a comment that was made during the YouTube fuckery, and someone's like, it's not about getting rich, it's about helping people. Every time I hear that, and if I just know, I'm willing to bet cash money, that if I go into the person's background who said this, they don't do fucking bake sales, they don't go to old folks' homes to help the elderly, they don't even donate money to causes. That's just lip service. Because a person who's really helping people will do something. And let's explore on that. If you don't have shit to offer, how can you help someone? Serious question. You don't have shit to offer, you could barely take care of yourself, or you're not taking care of yourself. How can you help someone? I'm just serious. I'm like, seriously, how can you help someone when you don't have a surplus? Because see, it's not just about money. Because see, it kind of comes back to money. Because say, you don't want to donate money, but you want to donate time. But oh shit, you got 2.8 jobs. You can't donate times because you got to hit your job so you can pay your bills. It keeps coming back to money. It comes back to having a surplus. It keeps coming back to money. And I'll give you another thing about money. Money is the reason that most people, not most, I can't say most. Money is the reason that marriage is falling out of favor. And they're like, what? Women don't need a dude anymore to be married. And as a consequence, they ain't getting married. They may say, I want to be married or I haven't found the right dude. I have my house. I have food over the cat. I've got my Lexus. I get to hang out with my girlfriends in the Bahamas 2 times a year. They are not trying to get in a situation where they would have to actually have conversations about their money. No. I recently researched a stat. 41% of all births in the United States of America, 2011, were out of wedlock. 41%. That's, you know, if you're short, that's 8% from half. That's all of the kids in America. 41% of all births in America in 2011 were out of wedlock. If you don't know, it was about 2.2 million kids were born. So close to 1 million kids that year were born out of wedlock. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Actually, it was about 5 million. I'm sorry, my math was off on that. So, over 2 million were born out of wedlock. Yeah. Go to it. Don't take my word for it. Go to the 2011 census. Because all those people's like, where did you get those stats from, Glendon? You know, I need a little verification. There you are, 2011 census, U.S. births. Look at it. Now, if you're really astute, you're going to come up with another thing from what the information I just gave you. I'm not going to make it easy for you, but you will. If you're going to compare and contrast that number to another, you're going to be like, wait a minute, whoa. Yeah, it's very eye-opening. But the whole deal is, if you have money shame, it impacts everything that you do. When you should be working hard to get promoted because you have money shame, or, you know, you may not like what you do. That's even the bigger driver. You know, if you don't like what you do, you know, it's like you want to be out. But money shame is deep because we live in the internet age, and America's in a serious state of flux because with the internet, everything should be free or everything should be low cost. Everything should be for the people. It's a very socialist concept, but we're quote unquote not socialist, and that's why people are like having a problem with Obamacare or the Affordability Healthcare Act, which is funny. It's like, I want to be socialist on some stuff that I can get from free from someone else that created it or built it, but I don't want to pay them. But if I have to pay for other people to get some type of benefit, I got a problem with it. Kind of twisted to me, but you know, I'm just that guy with the Batman shirt on. It's a little twisted to me. You want your shit free or low cost, or someone else to subsidize what you get, but fuck someone else. Strange place we live in, these United States of America. But that's it. That's my little chat on money shame. Are you afraid to make a lot of money because you think you're going to be a bad person? People are going to talk about you. People are going to say the most horrible things about your rich ass. I'm making jokes, but seriously, I am really speaking from the heart, because when you change how you think, you will change your life. And a lot of people just absolutely refuse to accept that notion. And the thing is, you're going to need money to do things in life. It's just unavoidable in the United States of America and many countries that are becoming quite westernized. It's unavoidable. Unless you're going to buy you a plot of land, go out and grow you some carrots, pears, and, you know, hustle you some cows or whatever. It's just unavoidable. But think about that. Really think about your money shame. Think about your relationship with money. Think about how you feel about money. Do you have a good relationship with money? Do you think money is this bad thing? And if you cannot save 25 bucks a week, and I don't care if you're making fucking minimum wage, you probably have a money problem. I'm serious. You probably have a money problem. A bad money problem, a shame, something. Something is wrong with that conundrum. All right, this is Glendon, and I will see you on the good side.